I think so.
Okay. Hello. Welcome to Our Kind of Homesteading. We're your hosts, Sherry.
And Shauna.
And I think today, so we are planning, our vacation is coming up real soon. Like 4 months here. We're all going to Disneyland as one big herd of a family of like 22 people because we're crazy like that. But we have a lot of animals, and whenever you have yeah, exactly. And when you have a homestead, you have animals and gardens and whatever. You have to have a plan and a
good
people
plan.
You can rely on, right, to feed your animals. People that can do what needs to be done. Like if you have milk animals that need to be milked, you have to hire someone that can milk your goats or your cows or whatever have you. So, and then you also have to have someone that you can trust. That's like, okay, yeah, you're gonna do the job.
I think that's like bigger than anything. Like
someone you can trust.
Somebody that you can trust because...
And just someone that you know is going to...
That's like common sense.
Yeah, common sense. And then, hands down common sense. But then someone you know who's also going to treat your animals like you treat them, right?
Yes. See, that's my biggest thing. It's not like I know I have like, milking and... we always like vacation at horrible times where it's just like the gardens need to be watered. And,
oh my gosh, I know.
It's just a lot of work for somebody that doesn't do it on a daily basis.
Well, but
then the people that have that on the daily basis can't come to your house and do it for you on the daily basis. They have their own shit they have to do. So it's like it's really hard to find that human, that specific human that can do all the things, and be like okay with it all. Obviously, you pay them and shit. But
right, and like getting and paying your people or a person to do these chores. That is kind of a big deal because it's an incentive for them to do it again. You have that in the back of your mind. Like, if I only give them $50 for doing all this shit for these many days, are they going to want to come back? No. I mean, I know I wouldn't. You know what I mean? So, pay them what it's worth. Right, exactly. You know what I mean? So, last time we went on vacation, we essentially hired, I mean, hired, but whatever, really good friends of my boys, that, they've just grown up with him. We trust him. He's good with the animals, him and his girlfriend. And they actually stayed at our house. They did all the animals. I had someone else come to milk because I tried to teach, the girlfriend, Faith. I tried to teach her how to milk, but it's, you can't just learn to milk in one day. It's like a hard thing that takes like a while to get the hang of. And she's like, I don't think I can do this. And so I just had someone else come and do that portion. But yeah. And, we were able to go and feel secured. Like, okay, they're going to do the animals. We trust them. They're going to take just as good care of them as we do.
Yeah.
And we paid them well.
Yeah.
So that they would want to do it again. But then they moved to Texas. So shame on them. I'm joking, Faith. I know you're listening. Love you.
I know you're listening. If you weren't, just kidding. Yeah, I think it is really tricky to find somebody. I know, like, I always see it on like the homesteading sites. Like, people are like, we're going out of town. We need to find somebody like a a farm sitter, and it's not right because they're not just house sitting; they're like farm sitting for your entire farm.
Well, and farm animals are they have different needs and requirements than an inside animal.
Well, and like when I was saying, like with common sense and stuff like that, like you have to. If somebody gets stuck in a fence, or if somebody has something minor wrong with them, they have to be able to catch a chicken, and
right,
like just little things that
medicate them, treat them, whatever whatever the case is.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
It can be a lot
unless like you come from that lifestyle. Like it's like probably not. Yes, it's not like just dog sitting. It's not like you can just hire somebody that watches dogs and they'll like be good with it. It's like they have to be used to it.
Well, and they also have to be comfortable to be around those animals. I mean, the people that don't know goats or horses or cows, they're not going to be comfortable around those animals. They're like, my God, I mean, I even know people who are scared of chickens. It's strange, but it is. So
many people are scared of
chickens. Yeah, and I guess it's just because we've had
chickens will all run up because they're like, feed us.
They just want to be fed.
Yeah. And they're all like, what are they doing? And
it's
I'm like, they're gonna peck your eyes out. That's what they go
eat
for.
Human flesh. We didn't tell you. Run
as fast as you can. Hold on. Let me get my video camera out,
and then you can run.
I really dated myself. I said a video camera. God damn it.
God damn it. I like how I don't think it matters. Not that.
It matters, Sherry. It matters.
Sean's like sighing, like defeated. Defeated today.
But yeah, that's totally like they have to be like
They have to be comfortable. And like you said, it should probably be someone that just comes from that background, maybe has their own farm animals or has at least had experience with farm animals. And because all sorts of, like we just watched, all sorts of things can happen and you never know what's going to happen, right? So like we just finished watching our neighbors' animals. They have 2 goats and like 13 chickens. It's like easy peasy lemon squeezy. I mean, compared to our freaking
like,
menagerie,
no
you know what I mean? It's like, oh my gosh, so easy. Well, they have a very elderly chicken. She's blind, and I don't think she can hear. And very sweet. Her name is Copper.
Helen?
Her name is Copper. Copper. That is an awful joke, and you're definitely going to hell. Hell. Straight to hell. Anyways, Copper, Shonda. Her name is Copper.
I almost spit my tea out.
That is, don't ruin that microphone, you stupid bitch. Anyways, so we've already watched set for them before, and this time it was longer. We were there for 10 days, and or not there, but going back and forth for 10 days. So we get there on like the 5th day, and Dea picks up Copper because we had to switch her from pen to pen because she's not with the other chickens because she's like very, very elderly.
Well, yeah.
I mean, how can she be? So Dea picks her up, and she's like loaded with mites all of a sudden. And it's her age. She's no longer dusting herself, and she just sits there all day because she can't see or hear. So anyways, and I was like, oh no, like shoot. And I'm not going to automatically treat the chicken because I don't know what they use or if they even would use what I use. I mean, I don't know. So I reach out to them through text. Okay, hi, sorry to bother you. Like they're in like Disney World. Like I don't want to be a downer, but like
you're blind and deaf chicken.
Yeah.
At least you didn't have to tell them it was dead. Jesus.
You know what, Helen? She has mites.
They're like, who?
Yeah. So anyways,
we renamed your chicken.
So they gave me the okay to go ahead and treat the chicken with, I just dusted her, or Dea actually dusted her with permectin because I probably shouldn't be touching that right now. And the chicken was great, and she was, nights were basically gone the next day, and so I told him to keep I don't know if they want to redo her with permectin. I was kind of worried about like her age. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I would do that but I told them what I would do. I would do like a food grade diatomaceous earth or just wood ash on the ground, make a pile, dust her with it. You know what I mean? Every couple of weeks, every week, whatever they can. And that hopefully should keep the mites at bay.
I like it.
Yeah. So anyways, they were very grateful.
And if you even put the DE in the corners of the coop, it'll keep down the mites too. Like just putting it around.
I should have told them that.
Yeah.
I'm going to text her actually.
Text her
tonight.
Right now.
Yeah. I'm like, hold on. We're pausing this. Pausing. Next, my neighbor. Yeah, I am going to text her that.
Yeah.
And her because she's in like a rabbit hutch at night.
Yeah.
And then she's in a different area during the day. But yes, I'm going to text her that. Good tip. Yeah. So anyways, my point is you have to have someone that kind of knows like, oh,
what
shit.
to do in those situations.
This chicken has mites, right? Because someone that doesn't even know chickens, they wouldn't probably even, they'd be like, what the fuck are all these bugs?
And the chicken would die.
And then they would die. So that kind of situation, you want to hire someone that is like, okay, I know my shit. I'm not some fucking expert, but like, I know enough essentially.
I think you're an expert.
I am. But I don't know if other people are.
Oh, you're saying you guys won't be able to hire us.
No. You'll never get this good. No, I'm joking. No,
I mean, we don't live close to them.
Yeah, no, I know.
To house it or
yeah,
it.
very sorry.
Very,
very sorry.
And like honestly, it was really hard on you, like going back and forth and stuff.
Well, I mean, I am 15 weeks pregnant, so that's why it was hard.
Exactly.
I know it was, and that's the only reason. If I wasn't like just ending and I was like literally in the middle of but ending of that first trimester, you're just fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
You feel like depleted.
Yeah.
Completely just sucked the life right out of you.
Yeah.
Which it is. The baby is like sucking the life out of me.
Yeah.
She's like, give me all the nutrients. You need nothing to sustain your life force.
And you're like super tired.
Yeah, just, oh my gosh, just exhausted.
Having to get up a little bit earlier to get over there.
Exactly. To get their animals done, then come home to our animals. So it was definitely exhausting. But they paid Dea very, very well. I helped with a portion of the chores, but Dea did most of it. And I'm not like, give me that money. Like, she gets to keep it all. She's saving for Disneyland.
Saving for Disneyland.
Yeah.
So I've had some not great experiences with people watching our house, and then I've had really great ones. So I always try to you have like, okay, so the thing with our family, stop hitting that.
I'm sorry, I got so hot a second ago. I'm having like a hot flash or something. What
Stop
is
with
happening?
Your pregnancy hormones. Like, calm down.
Hot.
It's just a podcast episode.
Just a podcast. The tea's making me hot.
So
I blame you.
We all, like, our family's really close. And so when we go on vacation, we all go together. So there's nobody from the family that can fucking house sit.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass.
That you know and that you can. That
it's
you
not like
trust.
I can be like, Shauna, I'm going on vacation.
Yeah, because
watch
my
animals.
We always
well,
go out of town together.
Just, yeah,
my parents, like,
yeah, everybody,
it's
fucking
just,
everybody.
Everybody. Even like when I was like, you know, before one of our younger sister's really good friends, I was like, you know, she can just do it. But now she and they have been dating for a while, is dating Sherry's eldest, and they're very much like, you know, so it's just like.
So now she's part of our family, and she goes with us.
So way to ruin it, Abby. Now you can't farm sit for me because you're all like in the family now. So it does make things harder when you have families that travel in packs. I feel like we're like, are we the only ones that have to deal with this? I feel like everybody has a hard time finding like somebody to like farm sit with them because they either like and how often do we get to go on vacation? Honestly,
No, we just. I mean, it's once a year. It's once a fucking year. I mean,
I feel
even
like
sometimes
that's
it's not
most
even
people
that.
have like a homestead. It's like once a year, like maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like a few tips for when you do go, or if you are going or are planning on going on a vacation and you have a homestead.
If you have dreams
and goals. Obviously, make sure everything is stocked and then some. Okay, so you want so the goats are gonna need this much alfalfa for the 5 days we're gonna be gone. We're gonna get an extra bale just in case the people that we are hiring overfeed or whatever, right?
Or
you just never know.
Or like you get stuck somewhere in your plane, you can't get out for another couple days.
You never know what's going to happen.
You plan ahead.
But way
ahead.
Extra feed, right? Get extra feed. Like, so our
Don't
dog
be like
food.
running out where we'll be like, oh, we'll go to the feed store when we get back. Don't do that.
No, like get like our dog food. I'm going to get probably like 4 fucking gigantic bags of dog food.
You have a lot of dogs.
I do have a lot of dogs, but I want to make sure, like Lisa and Diego. So we have neighbors and Ben's friends forever. They have their own farm, and he is going to be 17 very soon in May. So sometimes, yeah. Anyways, so her son is the 17-year-old, he's going to watch the animals, like feed them and stuff, and she's going to milk. And it's going to be great because he knows what he's doing. He's comfortable with all the animals. Lisa knows a ton. She's, had animals her whole life too. So anyways, they're very knowledgeable. I feel very good about, putting the animals in their hands. And Lisa can milk, which is fucking fantastic. I don't have to just like, do you want to learn how to milk? Yeah, it doesn't really work that way, right? So, I'm going to definitely be buying a ton of extra feed. Dea has her bunnies in their bunny barn. They have their own little mini fridge now. And she's going to stock their mini fridge with all the things. She'll make little baggies of food for each day, like 3 times a day. The bunnies are like fed better than I'm fed. And so it'll be very easy for Diego to go in there, grab here's baggies for the morning, here's the baggies for the afternoon.
And they're all labeled like Monday.
Exactly, all labeled. And so it's good to be very organized. And I know that can be hard for some people. Don't worry, it's hard for us too. And then it's good to be overstock your feed. You don't want your people that are sitting for your animals having to go out and buy fucking food.
Oh, that's rude. And not just overstock your feed, but also, like, stock up on just your normal, like, medicines that you have on hand in case anything is to happen. Like,
have them very accessible.
And have them show them where your, your little kit is. We have, like
a medical supply kit for all of the animals.
A first aid kit.
Yes, just right there.
Yeah, and then we always put, like, we're, like, old school, so we put, like, our numbers on the fridge. So you have, like, I always list our good friend Casey if something was to happen, like a fire or something, and somebody needs to be, like, everybody needs to be evacuated. Like, obviously, your farm sitter's not going to want to do that on their own. And if you're far enough away, you're not going to be able to get back in time to, like, evacuate everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, we put numbers where we know people that have trailers that can come and get out all the animals. We put our vet down, our ranch vet. We put, other people that we're really close to, like, in the area. Like, I always give, like, our 2 best friends, like, numbers because they, like, they would know what I would do in an emergency situation.
Well, and they also have animals and farms, and so they're also very knowledgeable, and they would they would know what to do like in a situation or an emergency.
Well, they
rather
could
than
come and
having
help
to exactly
that who's ever like
exactly
whatever, but not necessarily like they're too far away to like come every day and milk and feed and take care of all the animals.
Right.
But if something were to happen, they could come and help out whoever is here.
Right.
So, but my problem is not necessarily all my farm animals. It's like it's my dogs. Like I don't want to leave like my dogs alone like at night.
You have a slight problem, but it's fine. We love you anyways. Your dogs will be fine, turns out.
No, Jelly has separation anxiety.
My dogs, I'm going to have Diego let them in at whatever time, he go like whatever time at night he goes, he just will let them in and then they will stay in until he gets there in the morning and hopefully they don't rip too much up. Like that's just how it's going to be. Cookie is going to be very upset that she's not and like sleeping with us in bed, but
yeah, poor Cookie.
She'll just, and Frodo's gonna be very upset.
So I've always had somebody come and stay at the house, and it's always been usually like family. The one time we didn't, just a lot of things went wrong. It's a lot. It was a lot. My dogs kept getting out. It wasn't a good vacation. It was very stressful. So
and that's why like it's good to plan ahead, have someone that you really know, have them come out, like obviously maybe even a couple times before you go on vacation to really get a feel for like, okay, is this the right person? Like if you don't know them personally, like is this the right person to watch my animals? Like can I trust them? How are they with your dogs? How are they with the other animals? Like it just being on vacation and being able to be like, okay, I'm relaxed, everything is good. You know what I mean? Like it's a good feeling. And you get to enjoy your vacation.
I still don't have somebody for when we go.
Yeah, you probably should get on that.
I've been trying. I've been trying. There's literally like everybody's in our family. Like I don't know anybody else. Why are you looking at me like that?
I was thinking of like I'm like, who could you have come over?
Yeah, so.
I don't know.
Something I talked to Jenna. Not that anybody knows her, but
yeah, that's right.
She's like a farm person, so
yeah. Has she gotten back to you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not like on like a for sure she can do it, but like that she also lives super fucking far away. Like nobody lives.
Well, she could stay here though.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. But it's just very like it's hard because we, as much as she's a farm person, I don't think she's ever milked a goat. We have like Nigerian goats, and my one is super skittish. Like if it's not me, if like I've even had like my nephews visiting and like walk in the pen with me because they like wanted to try to milk the goat. What? They don't like me in the pen. Yeah, like they don't even like my husband in the pen. Like they won't come and get on the stanchion if like Honest is in the pen.
Why?
But like I don't know. It's just Bailey. I shouldn't say they. It's just Bailey. She's just a spaz. It's like she like is doing drugs all night. She's just schizo. And like.
Yeah, none of mine are like that. My goats are like
even
very eager to come out in the
like
morning.
knocks in the pen. She was like, "Oh my god!" She's like running to the other side of their pasture, like he was gonna eat her or something. I'm like, he is as tall as like he's like as big as my knee. Like, why are you scared of this? I was terrified.
That's crazy.
So like, I honestly was thinking because our babies that are they're not babies anymore.
I mean, they're gonna be a year old. They are a year old.
They are
almost,
a year old. Yeah, but. I'm just gonna leave them with their moms, and I just won't get it. They'll just nurse, and I won't get any milk. Like it was still like
they might decrease in milk a bit, but you can get them back up. You can milk. You could come home and milk twice a day. Yeah. Get them back up to supply, and then be like, okay, great. I mean, honestly, that's not a bad idea.
I think it's
kind
like
of a great
best idea.
Yeah,
because even like my husband's mom his parents might not go with us. I'm not sure where they're at right now. But if she said that they would stay. But even like she has arthritis really bad in her hand, so I wouldn't want her to milk. Like it would probably just it's if you're not used to it, it hurts even if you don't have something.
Well, yeah, exactly.
No. So like I wouldn't want her to do it. So I was like, maybe I'll just like leave them because right now they're separated just at night. But I could just let them be with their moms all night. The other night I forgot to like shut that little gate in between their fences, and the next morning like I barely got any milk because the little fuckers drank it all.
That's a great idea. You should definitely just do that.
Yeah.
You won't be worried. You don't have to be like, oh my god, I not only need someone to freaking feed, but I need someone to milk too. I mean, that's stressful.
Well, like in the garden takes so much time, but I know like his mom is a gardener, so I'm not worried about my garden at all. If they are to watch it, like I'm not worried.
Yeah. She's really. I mean, she's an amazing gardener.
Yeah.
I need to get so if you have a garden, you probably should ask yourself, okay, is your sitter going to be good with your garden? Are you going to be able to rely on them to not like kill your fucking garden?
Well, and you should have an automatic, like where you
like
turn
a drip
on a
system,
thing. And
right?
So we always put in a drip system, but there's always plants that aren't on the. I have a lot of plants growing all.
So I'm gonna have
over the
Aiden my oldest, put in a drip system for our main garden once I have everything planted, like the main vegetable garden. But then the medicinal garden will still need to be hand watered. So I'm sorry, Lisa or Diego, whoever's going to be the ones to water it. But I'm going to pay them well. I'm paying them well. I already told mom. I was like, okay, we're paying them really well. So like, I'll put in the bulk, obviously, because I have the most animals.
Yeah.
And like the gardens are kind of mine, I guess. But like, you guys got to put in stuff. You've got 4 animals over there.
You got 3 melons?
You got 3 melons. Aiden and Abby are going to put in some because they have the 2 inside cats. It just, it's such a pain in the ass because, like, okay, for example.
I was like, your place is, like, really, like, chaotic.
Insane. It's so chaotic. Okay, we have these, I don't want to say they're feral. They're not feral cats, but they're not inside cats at all. They're more like barn cats. They're nice and you can pet them and stuff. Well, some of them you can pet. And I give them milk in the morning on their table outside, and I stand there while they drink their milk so the dogs don't come up and be like, give me that milk.
There's lots of rules.
Lots of things we do.
But I feel like everybody's like that. Like, this is not just our life.
Is it? Because, like, I feel
like I have that at my house.
I was, like, trying to write out this all in my head, and I'm like, oh, my God.
You got to stand there and watch the kitties drink their milk.
So you pour some milk. After you milk, pour the warm milk into this dish on the table, and the kitties come up. You call them. Shoo the chickens away. They will come and try to drink the milk because they're psychotic. Make sure the dogs sit and stay out of the fence, and then you stand there and let the kitties drink their milk. And then you have to come back at nighttime. And you have to feed the kitties, again, after the chickens go to bed because they're scared of the chickens. And you have to stand there, let them eat.
And the chickens will eat the cat food.
The chickens eat the cat food. And then the dogs will also eat the cat food. And it's just like...
Then that's just the cats.
It's totally...
and not even all the cats, just those cats.
This is just 4 cats out front. Just 4 cats. I have 3 cats down at my house. My dogs also will get on top of the counter to get to the food. The one eats only wet food or she gets her eyes get all crazy. Anyways, yes, I
know. I hear you. I like when I write out like my list, like mine's not as crazy because you guys, they have like 3 houses basically on the property and everybody has their own animals and their own shit going on in their house, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, so it is a little bit more extensive.
And then all the outside animals.
And then all the outside animals and the garden,
the goats
of course.
And the garden.
Yeah.
I feel really bad.
You have a pool. I guess they have a pool too. I was like, you have a pool. They can use it.
You have a pool. Use the pool. And they're like, we got a pool. We're like, shit.
And you're like,
what else can we offer?
Yeah. I don't know.
It's money. It's money. I'm offering
money. I'm offering you. Yeah. I'm paying you.
Yeah, paying you well.
Yeah.
To feed all of our crazy chaos. Yeah.
See, like all the things that that you do on a daily basis, and you think it's like it's not a big deal to you because routine. You're so used to it. Yeah, it's routine, and you're just like, you feed these chickens over here, and everybody gets this, but then you have to walk over here and feed these chickens because they're separate flocks basically on your property, and it's like explaining that to people and like people looking at you, and you're like, why are you looking at me like that? Like,
is this strange?
Yeah, like you're looking at me like I'm psychotic, but I feel like I'm very normal.
I feel like I'm normal. I'm telling you, I'm normal. I don't have separate flocks, but right now I literally have 3 different baby chick pens. They're all varying ages. Hopefully they'll
be out of them.
Hopefully
you won't have any others in your. That's what I was thinking too, because I usually have babies in the brooder, and they get they get different feed, obviously, and then I always have somebody's hurt in some solitary pen by themselves, like a chicken, a rooster. I have somebody locked up for everybody's safety.
Well, we always have Pikachu's always locked up. He can't walk.
Well, I mean,
and he would be attacked and killed by the other. I wasn't even
counting those ones.
Yeah, and he's with his hens
I was just talking about
babies.
Like the sick
I don't
ones.
even
know.
But
I have some that are just locked up. And then some
and now Landon's locked up and permanently he has to stay that way. And
Landon's
so it's like
a bitch.
So I have 10 different pens of chickens you have to feed. Very sorry.
Fill up all their waters.
I know, and it just like
this is what I do every day, and it's completely normal.
What I feel bad about is that all of the work that we do is essentially split amongst Mom feeds her 4 animals over at their place.
Exactly.
2 dogs, 2 cats.
But then
Abby and Aiden feed their cats. Lorenzo basically takes care of the barn cats. Besides when I give them milk in the morning, that's all I do with them. And then I take care of the gardens, I milk, and then the girls do all the feeding. I sometimes will do the baby chicken pens. So it's split amongst a lot of people. But I'm asking just Diego and Lisa to come and be like, okay, well, good luck.
It's going to be a fun week for you.
Fun 5 days. And I was like, okay, I could say 4 days. I mean, we could get up at the crack o' dawn and feed and milk on Sunday morning. And I'm like,
absolutely doing that.
Are you absolutely doing that?
I absolutely am.
Maybe I will. I was talking to Daya and she's like, no, we don't want to do that.
Yes, I am, because it's like your last time to like look at everybody, make sure everybody's good. Like, I just feel better about leaving the house knowing that I've looked at every single animal. I know everybody, is like, you look at them like
got my
healthy.
eyes on you.
Like,
you better stay that way the entire time I'm gone.
Nobody's getting sick, and it's just I don't know. And
for sure.
and I don't know. There's always something that happens like while you're gone. Hopefully it's never like too big of a deal, but I feel like there's always something, like you were saying, like, the old chicken Helen, she was like, having
her name's Copper. But yes. Yeah, right.
Like,
and it was funny because like she didn't have mites when they left.
Right.
She didn't have mites the time we just watched their animals. That was only like
she probably
3 weeks ago.
She probably had some. You probably just didn't notice.
I mean, Daya was picking her up and moving her. Daya would have noticed. And Daya is like a bug phobia kind of gal. She's like one little bug, and she was like,
which is weird.
Corellia is too. It's me. It's my fault. I don't like bugs.
I love bugs.
No, I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
I mean, I'm not like, ooh, look, a mite. How adorable. But like,
oh, look, a mite.
I like bugs.
Look at that little tick. So cute.
But even like,
all engorged with blood. Ew, I hate
like
ticks.
I try to like problem solve before we go. If I can, how you can like see into the future and be like,
this is going to happen.
This is going to happen.
Yes,
like
yes.
This hen has been sitting on these eggs. These are going to hatch while we're gone. So you like, I make sure I get her into a pen with her eggs. So like, her babies are going to hatch. You're going to have to feed them, but you don't have to like, catch them. You don't have to do anything besides.
Yeah,
feed.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to like
sure.
problems. You have to think ahead. So I think that's really important, which can be difficult. Obviously, you're not going to foresee everything. There's just shit, like I said, is going to happen.
Yeah.
But I even, like whoever comes, I always show them even like where the generator is and, just where the tools are, where's the wire cutters. Like I make sure they're aware of like.
Yeah, no, that's a good tip. You never know, especially we're going like mid-September, kind of late mid-September. And so like, you never know if PG&E is going to be like, no power for you. Mm-hmm. And for us, that means no water because we're on a well.
Exactly.
So,
which sucks even more.
Yeah.
Sucks to your ass more.
I'm like, have fun. My mom very proud of herself. She bought an Amish well bucket.
She was so proud of herself.
It's a tube with a bottom because this thing is like, it's tall. It's as tall as I am. I mean, I'm 5'3". The thing is definitely as tall as me. And it's just like this long cylinder, and she calls it a bucket. I'm like, it's not a bucket.
I mean, it does.
I guess it is a bucket, but it bothers my brain calling it a bucket. It's a tube.
Bucket.
It's a tube with a bottom. Anyways, so it's this huge long cylinder, and it's meant to, if and when our power is out and our well's not working, you could open up the well, put this bucket down with attached obviously to a rope. Drop it down there.
Where's the
water?
water?
Back up, please. Send the water up.
Oh, it's like.
So you attach it to a rope,
and then second on it.
And can the second one be heavy enough to crush the first one? Yeah. So
send one of the kids down there, grab it.
So long, and our well is like almost 500 feet deep. It's like ridiculously long. So anyways, you can hit water at like 200 feet though. So anyways, you drop this fucking bucket down into the depths of this well, and you yank up water. And like I remember,
how many gallons is it?
It's only 5.
5 gallons at a time. Like,
well, hey, when you have no water, I mean,
for sure, 5 gallons is great, but like, can you imagine how long it would take? Like, in the summer,
everyone. We have plenty of people that live there, Shauna.
Summer?
I would be like, everyone is yanking up 20 fucking gallons of water. Okay, that's it. That's all you got to yank up. 20 gallons apiece. That's plenty of water. It's good.
God.
It's good.
Yeah.
And so, anyways,
no, it was smart to get.
No, it was very smart, but show
Yeah,
Lisa where the Amish
did she
well
get it
bucket.
after she listened to our zombie apocalypse episode?
No. Mom's a prepper.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
she's a
thought we
super
inspired her.
prepper. No. I think we were inspired by Mom with that episode, by the way. Not the other way around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom's
So
all about
hilarious. Yeah, it was kind of weird when she explained it to me. I don't know why, but I was thinking like like a silver bucket, like, fucking what's their name? Like, so and so went up the hill like to fetch a pail of water. Like with the stick and the pail.
Jack and Jill went
there
up
we
the
go.
hill. There
I
you
was
go.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, obviously, okay, so the well is only like this big around.
Yeah.
Like, obviously. So it has to fit into the well, right?
Yeah.
It's only like, what, a diameter of, what is that? I don't know. Fucking
Don't
6
try.
inches, 7, 8. I don't know. I'm bad with measurements. So anyways, it's not like it's this huge diameter. So this bucket has to fit into this fucking hole.
Hence the
that's
long cylinder
very
shape.
But it was just, I wasn't expecting it. You're right. I was expecting something. I don't know what I was expecting. And so, but when she took it, she tells me it's this huge ass long box. It looks like it's holding, I don't know, like a vaulting pole. And she's like, this is our well bucket, Amish well bucket. And I'm like, how is there a bucket in there? Like, that's a gigantically long box, very thin, very long. What's happening? And she takes this, and it's like a never-ending tube of a bucket. I'm like, what? It's crazy. But hey,
She was showing it off on Easter.
sure it'll
to
come
everybody.
in handy. Yes.
She was like, did everybody see my Amish well bucket?
Yeah,
And
very,
we're all
very.
like, ooh.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, what the fuck? No, it was very, very good.
Yeah, so I get to show Lisa how to use that. Power goes out, Lisa. That's what you're doing. Yank up the water 5 gallons at a time.
Lisa'd be like, no.
Yeah, Lisa would be like, I will gladly bring water from someplace else. Not doing that. Yeah, but
hilarious.
things to definitely consider and showing someone that's pet sitting for you where, like, if you do have a generator, where that would be, where tools were if something were to break. Like, wire cutters are great. Like, I'm definitely going to show Lisa, like, we have the electric fence for our livestock guardian
good idea.
dogs.
We have one too.
I will be showing Lisa. I will be putting it someplace very accessible with all the tools she needs to repair the wire if it needs repairing. Sometimes the goats chew it. I try to, it's always in places where they can't get to it, but like goats are so fucking uncanny. It's crazy what they can get to when you don't think they can. Anyways, so sometimes they chew it, so I have to go out and repair it. So I will be showing her, because if that goes down, they're just like, our one especially is going to be like, peace out. See ya on the flip side. So
Yeah. That's a good idea. I didn't even think about that because we don't have the LGDs, but we have our little dog who is a scape all the time. So
escape.
So she would we definitely need that up all the time. Yeah, and like even like if the power was to go out, showing them where the flashlights are, like all that stuff,
lanterns,
like,
excess
we
batteries,
talked about the generator, but like there's just like a lot of things that like obviously. And
obviously it depends on how long you're gonna be gone.
Like for us, like California, it's always on fire. So like having a fire plan, and like who to call, what to do, obviously if you have time, getting the animals out and having the available crates and stuff.
Yes.
And cages for the animals to get out in. So you're not just opening doors and being like, I set you free. So, but like all that for us, like that's kind of fire season doesn't really start until like October usually. But September still is like where we're kind of starting to worry about it.
Yeah, I'll definitely. We already have our crates on the deck, like ready to go, just because they're always there, unless we use them for something. But yeah, I'll definitely be making sure that they're clean and stuff. I mean, not that anything disastrous is going to happen while you're on vacation. Most likely not. But just good to be prepared and stuff.
It's better to be prepared than to be like, well, fuck.
Yeah, well, fuck. Yeah, exactly.
Be in Disneyland on Splash Mountain being like, the crate is behind the barn under the big blue tarp.
There's a chicken in it. Get her out of it. Remove any eggs. You have to candle the eggs to make sure there's not a baby in them. Crazy stuff. But, good to be prepared. Plan ahead, extra feed, have all your numbers on your fridge, your vets, whatever, what have you. I can't really think of much else that I do besides, like, really just extra feed.
Oh, you know what I do? I always, like, bake something and leave it for them. And I always stock the refrigerator and the freezers. And I tell them, like, have whatever you want. Just because... people like food.
People do like food.
And it's nice to like, because you feel like uncomfortable when you're like, if you're not like going to that person's house all the time, you always like are like, you know, and you're like hungry or whatever, you don't want to like rummage through somebody's fridge or whatever. But if you're like staying there, you should definitely be like, this is for you. I stocked it specifically for you.
Yes. If you have someone staying at your home like overnight, they're sleeping there, 100% leave food. Stock the fridge for them. Find out what they like.
Find out what they like. Make sure they're not allergic to like gluten or some shit. You know, put some frozen pizzas in there.
And I know you're paying them on top of it, but like you have to remember that like I said earlier, them doing the service of like watching your animals and taking such great care of them, it's a huge relief when you're on vacation. You get to enjoy yourself. You don't have to worry.
Yes, you take care of your pet sitters.
You take care of your pet sitters. And like I said, then they want to return. You know, they want to come back. Yeah. So yeah, that's a great tip. 100%. I did that for when Ethan and Faith stayed at our house.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, stock the fridge. I was like, this is all for you.
Even when my in-laws happened to stay here and watch, I even like will put stuff in there for them that I know that they like. You know? I know that his mom will bring a bunch of stuff and cook stuff and leave stuff for us in return, but like,
she's like, I made you 50 dinners.
Yeah,
You're
but
welcome.
Like, you know, it's still, I don't know. Just
yeah, no, it's a nice touch. It's a nice touch. And you want them to return. You don't want your pets that are being like, I'm never doing that again. You know, you want people to be able to rely on and stuff, and them being like, hey, can you pet sit again? They're like, most definitely. I made a pretty penny, and plus you fed me. I mean, it's cool. So
make sure your you know, person knows you're crazy. You know, like you're kind of crazy, because you know you try to like hide that or whatever. But if they're like staying in your house, make sure like they know that you're fucking nuts. But for whatever reason. Like, I don't like kill spiders in my house. Okay? Like, I know that probably sounds like fucking crazy to most people, but I don't mind spiders. When I'm going around, I'm getting down like spider webs, I make sure nobody lives there before it gets taken down. If somebody lives there, the spider web stays there, and then I move on to the next one. But like old homes, you know, I take the old spider webs down. But I had a spider. It was actually a black widow, so like people like think I'm crazy. But like it's always like the black widow that you don't know is there is going to hurt you. The one that is obviously in the corner of your house that's not going to come down and like eat you at night. Well, it hasn't happened yet anyways. So I had a black widow, and like we had named her and stuff, and she was all very much like in
Charlotte, Dreamer Charlotte.
I forgot her name. It wasn't Charlotte. We're not that basic, Sherry.
It's a great movie, Shauna.
She was like above our door, and she would always like, we always have a bunch of flies and stuff, so they catch a lot of the bugs that are just in your house. So it's just like, I don't mind spiders. I don't mind bugs either. But we got back from vacation. I walk in the house, and they're like, we killed that black widow for you. And like turn around, she's still like smashed up against the wall.
So not only did they kill this black widow that clearly probably Shauna knew was there, you're just like, I mean, you didn't think I saw the large black widow in the corner of my doorway? So they just left her smushed body like on the side of the wall. That part I thought was very funny.
It was traumatizing.
It was like, what kind of person does that? They're like, whack! They're like, leaving that for her when she, little prize. You get to wipe that off.
I was so sad. And then like I was just like, oh my God. And obviously that probably sounds like crazy to some people. But like, you know, I should explain to them, like, I'm fucking crazy and I'm sorry.
So what Shauna's saying is, yeah, if you have any kind of crazy whatever, like Shauna, about a black widow in her doorway, you should say things like, see that black widow? So we feed her.
I don't feed her.
Don't remove her.
I don't feed her.
Please, God, don't kill her.
Herself.
Okay? This is her home too. And please leave her alone. Okay? Just walk past her. She's not going to bother you. And, you know, you really should say things like that. Like, Shauna probably should have said that, right? Because most people are like, oh, my God, it's a black widow. Kill it. Get the book. I
know. Like, people's automatic reaction to anything scary is like, kill it. It's like, calm down. Calm the fuck down.
Well, I don't know if it's even scary. I don't actually. I let some spiders stay in the house, but oh my God. We have like an overabundance. It's been insane lately. No, you're going back outside. Like, goodbye.
Well, most of the time, once you remove them from their habitat that they've been in, they're gonna die. They're not gonna like.
That's not true. They're perfectly fine.
No, you're killing them.
Make a web someplace else.
That was
what
Jelly.
was that?
He wants at the. He wants in.
Christ.
My dog, he's very hostile when he wants in. He you should see our front door. Like I always feel like I have to explain it to people that are like just coming to our house, because our front door is like, it's wood, right? But when he wants in, he just scratches it very like viciously, and so it's just like it looks like a wild animal has been trying to break in for about 6 months. Like
You're like, I promise it wasn't. Just my dog.
It's like, that's just my dog. He's not patient.
I wonder why.
Why?
Because you spoil him rotten, that's why.
I do not spoil him.
Yes, you do. Ridiculous. We won't even start it because you're going to get me on the topic and I'm not going to be able to stop. Anyways, so yeah, have a plan, have people you can trust, treat your people well so they come back again because it's probably not going to be the last vacation you go on, all that good stuff. Any other tips or ideas? I'm trying to think, like, what do I do besides, like, preparing, stocking feed? I think that's pretty much it. Okay, perfect.
I can't really think of anything else either. I was trying to, like, leaving emergency numbers, having like an emergency plan.
Yeah.
But
you need to talk into your microphone.
I am.
No.
Talk over your microphone.
There you go.
But I feel like it's what?
You're still doing it.
I'm doing.
See? Now we can hear you. Put it. See how mine is?
Yeah.
There you go.
Right there. Is that good?
It's better.
Talk into it.
I am talking into it. You guys are so
There
annoying.
we go. Just like that. See how mine is like right here and I'm just talking into it?
Yeah.
You're like talking over it like this. See, can you hear me? No, you can't hear me. See, you can hear me now. Okay. This is how.
Oh my God. My sister and my husband. So annoying.
I know.
For some weird reason.
They can't. I can
know.
hear me.
Because you're in your own head, Shauna. Of course you can hear you.
Now I forgot what I was going to say.
You're just talking about leaving emergency numbers.
No, I was going to say something else. I was going to finish it off all perfectly. Now you've ruined it. I don't know. I'm fucking tired now.
You had tea.
I know, but I think I've had, when you have too much caffeine, it does like the opposite effect. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like I have
like a downer.
Yeah, I feel like I have like a sleepy eye. I look like I'm all like, leave your emergency numbers. Fucking exhausted.
Oh God, you're
for no
hysterical.
reason. Like none at all. I have a really big issue. Like even when I tell myself like I'm gonna go to bed early, I'm gonna get a good night's sleep.
About
Like-
just going to bed.
I don't want to go to bed.
I know. I feel like I'm a 5-year-old. Like I don't want to go to bed yet, Mom.
Like I love being up at night. I love being up at night.
It's an
I'm
awful
such a night owl.
affliction.
It really is. But I love the nighttime. I like to boogie.
I like to boogie. I really enjoy the nighttime too, and I feel like I don't know.
I'm way
just
more
like,
nighttime than morning.
Oh heck yeah!
And even when I like, what the fuck did we do? Oh, it's fucking Daya's birthday.
Oh, we
had
went to
get
San
up at
Francisco
some
Zoo.
god awful time in the morning, and like the sun wasn't up yet. Okay, like what's happening? What's happening?
We better be going to Disneyland, okay?
We weren't going to Disneyland.
I
We're
know.
going to a zoo.
It's depressing.
But like, I'm up and I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna really get a feeling for this like early morning thing. Like it's gonna be great, And then I'm like,
2
out
minutes
there,
later, Sean's like, "This sucks."
I was like,
okay.
this is like it's fucking cold. The sun's not up. Like it's not like all.
See, I think that's why I don't like it. And I know, not that the sun is up at nighttime, I suppose. Like, I don't know. I guess because it is the day and it's like I am awake, it's early, and I'm cold because the sun has not even risen and hasn't toasted the earth yet. You know what
Toasted.
I mean?
I like to be toasted.
I like to be toasted. I just don't like it. I just hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
I hate it too. I hate it. And how people are like,
I hate watching
love
the
morning.
sunrise.
It's so nice to sit there with your cup of coffee. I'm
No.
like, no, coffee's gross. It tastes like shit. And
It
early
fucks up your stomach,
mornings
so don't.
Suck.
Yeah, I know.
I would much rather like sit on my porch at nighttime, like in the summer.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Or, but like even like in the
winter when it's raining,
when you're
it's all
inside next to your
toasty.
like
Yes.
fireplace, like
Yes.
I don't ever
Heck
want to go to bed
yes. I know.
ever.
I know. No,
And
there'll
then-
be a point at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm
around.
tired.
I'm always
Yeah.
like at 1 in the morning. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. But
But I still lay there awake.
me too.
Yeah.
And then even when I tried to go to bed at like 11:30 last night or something weird,
Weird, abnormal.
I like had such a.
I
I kept
know.
like waking up and being like, what am I doing?
Where am I?
Sleeping.
Oh, sleeping like a normal
Go back
person.
to sleep.
Average.
It's fine. And I don't know what that's about. Like I just really like being. I don't like.
And
mornings
okay,
I
so
like being
all
up at
this,
night.
all this stuff about like how like you live on a farm, you must get up super early to feed. No, I don't. Here's the thing: my animals are still fed, twice a day, They're fucking fine.
And
You know what?
I
I've made
literally
them-
put them away at like 11 at night. That's
Literally.
like
And
when
I've
I
made
go-
my
when we go
animals
to
just
bed.
night animals.
Yeah.
I'm just like, and
We've
they
switched
know.
them.
Yeah, they know. They're like, yeah, they feed
I
at-
mean, I probably, I don't feed anything crazy. I'm not like, it's not like lunchtime.
No, but like it is not abnormal for us to feed at like 10.
No.
Yeah,
No.
totally normal. But see, for most people, they'd be like, you, what? You just got outside at 10? And it's, yes.
I'm like, yes, I had my tea.
That's right. And we were awake until 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, I don't know. I fought it for so long. I mean, I had to because the boys were in school, and so it was an awful existence for many, many years of my life. And it was really bad. And now it's like, since I have been homeschooling now, like fucking forever, it's just been so nice. It's all our own timetable, and it's wonderful and amazing.
Mom is trying to call us.
Mom interrupting our
Should I
podcast.
answer it?
No, it's super boring.
Super, but that's rude. That's
No,
your
I'm saying
mother.
they are not going to be able to hear. Do not answer that.
She's gonna tell you where
She's
they're
just
at.
going to tell you where they're on the road. That my parents went to, where the fuck they go?
I don't know.
Santa Rosa?
No.
That's not right.
No.
They seeing some friends. They drove, found wild horses. They're very excited. Send us
They went,
pictures.
like, to
wild
Nevada
horses.
area. 'Cause
Did
saw
they?
the wild horses.
Matt Poor lives in Nevada.
Yeah, I think so.
Does he? Weird. I mean, not that I know
I
him
think they're in,
personally,
like,
but I mean, I don't fucking
They're
know.
close to Reno.
I thought he lived like Bay Area.
Okay.
Whatever. Nuance. You don't care. Anyways, she's just calling to tell us that they arrived at their hotel. Happy them.
Happy,
Yes.
happy them. You're mean.
No, it's great. They should go and have a little whatever they're doing. It's fun. She's like, we're going to a haunted hotel. I'm like, that's weird for you. Don't you like believe in ghosts? Like, should you do that? I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was
Isn't
weird
that
too.
weird?
Yeah.
Because it's
I
not like
was
she's
just
like me, who's like, haunted my ass. Just like,
Yeah,
she's like,
very affected by that stuff.
she's very affected. And it's like, I mean, she like legit told me one time they were at a hotel, and she told me that there was like, I woke up and there was like an old woman at the bottom
That
of
was
the
a
bed.
haunted hotel too, wasn't it?
Why are you saying another one? Like, you haven't had good experiences. That was terrifying. And then she was terrified for the rest of the night and like waking dad up, and dad's like, fucking crazy, go back to sleep.
Yeah, Dad's like
Story
the
she can tell
opposite.
afterwards, though.
That's
Right?
the opposite.
I guess. It is the story. Your husband's right. He's like, it's a story she can tell afterwards. I don't know. Yeah, dad is the opposite. Yeah,
You're all, you sure that's a good idea? I thought that was weird too. I was like, huh.
yes. Haunted, huh? Think it's a good choice for you? I mean,
That's a good
okay.
choice. Like, it's not a good choice.
Sounds like you're in for a sleepless night.
I know. She totally is. I'm
Yeah.
gonna call her. I'm gonna like send weird messages to her phone and scare her all night too.
You could only do it though if you could access someone's phone that she didn't know. Obviously, you can just enter from Shauna. Your number pops, your name, and all these creepy things. She's like, Shauna, shut up, go to sleep. You're like, aw. Like, I'm trying to scare you, Mom. It's like Legend. He's like, I can never prank you. You should tell her.
Yeah. Like, aw, come on.
Be scared. Hysterical.
Anyways, are we wrapping it up? I'm tired.
I know you are. Shauna we've done this our second episode today, and she had like a giggle box problem in our first episode, and she just couldn't stop laughing.
That's
We were like
okay.
making tea, and she's like laughing hysterically, all because she thought of some word like pants something. I don't know. It was weird. And I'm trying to talk, and she just woke her the fuck up, and now she's like,
Okay, because that's the only thing I had
so
today.
this is Shauna. She's like, it's super high.
It's a wild ride.
And
even
now
in
she's
my
like
head.
down.
I'm crashing.
She's
I'm
crashing.
crashing.
She's literally. It's like watching a little kid eat a chocolate bar, and then they go super high, and then they
Okay,
crash.
but all I had today
She's like,
was tea.
Are we wrapping this up? I'm tired. Yeah, I'm
like
over it.
you know, like
All you've had today is tea. What does
That's
that
all-
mean?
that's
You
all
had no sustenance.
I've had a lot of tea.
I've had a lot of tea.
Like way too much.
Where am I?
Way too much. I'm not good with like caffeine anyways, but I've had like way over my limit and then some. And then you brought me a tea, and so I was like, I have to drink this.
No, she brought it. You didn't have to. Honestly, it cost $1. You could have just dumped it into the fucking drain. Don't
So,
care.
like,
I'm not that
And I already
attached.
had one, and then like I had my regular cup of tea.
You did not. You don't ever have to drink anything
And I
I
was
bring
like,
you.
oh my god! Like I was like, I've had so much caffeine. Like my eyes felt weird. Like they felt like they were like moving back and forth.
You're so weird. You're weird. You have a very
But
odd
now-
reaction.
I do.
And you know what's funny is you think she would learn and just like not do that, and she does this all the time. This is not like an abnormal occurrence. It's all the time. At least probably once a week. She's like, I've had too much caffeine today. I feel like a freak. I feel like, oh my god, am I talking fast? And I'm like, yes. When's
and
the
then, like, you
crash?
can't stop like laughing and like your face hurts. Like now. No, I am crashing like hardcore. But
All
like,
right. Well, we will
even
wrap
with
it
that,
up.
Like I'm
We have
never
to call
gonna
Mom
go to
back
sleep.
because she wants to tell us all about her road trip adventures.
I know, that's exciting.
It is exciting. So we shall let you go, and thank you for joining us as
Oh no,
always.
no, no! Before we go, shut up.
Okay.
We
Shauna has
wanted-
something to add,
I do.
as she so eloquently stated. Shut up.
Okay, so I wanted to give a shout out to somebody. We forgot to do it on our last episode because we suck. But Harry and Fowl, you can find her on Etsy. You can find her on Instagram. She has the cutest Etsy. See, I can't even speak. Etsy shop. There we
Yes.
go. Words are hard.
And she makes absolutely gorgeous yarn, like homegrown,
Spun.
homespun, like
With her
hand spun.
Shetland
Like it's amazing.
sheep, like she, hand spins her yarn, and they're just, it's beautiful.
All
So if you
these colors,
crochet or
I mean, tons
anything,
of variety.
I want to learn how to crochet just so I can buy her yarn, because it's gorgeous. Anyway, it's just good people. You should check it out.
She's an awesome person.
So,
So if you're in need of yarn, check out her Etsy shop, Harry and Fowl, and it's like I said, just absolutely just wonderful colors too. It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know how she has that time. So
yeah, and
if
you
you're
find
listening,
her on Instagram, you can see her
you're
sheep and
amazing
stuff.
because your
I
yarn
know.
is like, I mean, that's amazing. I don't know, it's amazing, very very cool.
It's all like all that kind of stuff that I don't know anything about.
Yeah,
that
not our
world.
skill set.
Yeah, not our skill set. But it's always like, I'm like, wow, you are a skilled person.
Mm-hmm, definitely
So,
hers. So
good
yeah,
job,
check
you.
her out.
But yeah, that was it.
Okay, well there we go. That's what her shut up was for. And please don't forget to leave a review. I said it in the last one, we weren't able to read anymore because there are none. So sad. So you should leave
sad.
more so we can read them aloud to everybody.
We had to do 2 episodes today because
Yeah.
we're busy next week. So this is why we're wearing the same thing that we were last time.
Yeah, I took my jacket off, tried to fake you out, but I don't think it worked. So yeah,
I should
that's
have
why.
taken my shirt off. Oh no, I took off my
I was like, it's not that kind of podcast, Shauna.
I
or
thought I
YouTube.
had my
I was
other
like,
tank
I
top.
should have taken my shirt off. Too much caffeine. You're like, what the fuck? Okay,
I thought
keep
I had
your
my
shirt
tank
on.
top on. Good thing I
please.
did it, huh?
Shauna's
Like,
like,
woo, it's a
hold
party.
please. Stripping.
Everybody.
Psychopath. Hilarious.
Because I thought I had my other tank top on, but I took it off because it's all weird.
Hysterical. Well, thank you again. Please leave a review on Podchaser, Apple Music, all of the other places, and rate the podcast. You can rate each episode individually, just FYI, in case you didn't know that. And yeah, and then of course if you want to email us with any kind of questions or comments or even episode topic ideas, we absolutely love those. So please do that. We'd love to hear from you guys. ourkindofhomesteading@gmail.com. And we will talk to you guys next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.